decider, or if it will be a Rek'Sai that's going to be the first pick for Echo Fox. But it is going to be the Rek'Sai ban.
They may just stay with the same bans. Echo Fox do this so often where they will stay with exactly the same bans. I believe they did it against P1 for all 3 games. And they won the first one, then they lost the next 2. And it just showed a lack of adaptation.
Looks like that Vladimir this time is going to be banned out by Immortals, so that's going to be different.
Now they're going to have to change something.
They've got that going for them.
They get a freebie here.
You can't ban a champion that's already been banned.
Watch me. But yeah, so most likely here, they'll end up going for the Soraka or the Karma, unless they first pick Karma. And they go for mid laner instead. Okay.
Yeah, so Rise. Don't want to give that over to Pobelter. And Sivir is going to be the final ban for Immortals. So those big enablers. Now Karma is still available.
Yeah, that leaves up Karma and Jax, which were banned previously, now in place of the Sivir and the Rise. The Karma, first pickable. The Jax, on the other hand, not really first pickable. You would last pick that, but that signals to me that Immortals, they're not going to pick their top laner until they see what Fox is playing.
Yeah, and as they've got that red side, they can save counter pick for Pobelter, they can save it for Huni. Again, that Malzahar is still open. Pobelter, huge performance on that in the last game. Probably not going to see a first pick, but I would be surprised if we didn't see it again.
True. And it was a relatively safe pick into the Victor. It's actually performed really well. So we'll see what happens here with this first pick on Echo Fox.
Yeah. KFO still looking very happy as he gets into this game. In the Champion Select chat just before this, he actually did a big old smiley face, and that was the only thing he said in the chat. So going for the Gragas, still feeling optimistic.
So the Gragas for Kez here over the Elise. Immediately, this is going to be Karma and Ashe, utility bottom lane. I do feel like it's a little bit of an oversight to let the Karma go through when you could have first picked that. And then with the Sivir ban, the Ashe is the other utility left up with Jhin dropping down a tier. And Jhin versus Ashe. Ashe has a lot of kill potential on him at most stages because he has very low mobility and he can get pegged with an arrow while he's ultiing.
Very long range, but whenever he opens up that curtain call, it's super easy to follow the cone. It's a giant arrow pointing to...
Gotta have somebody in front of you.
Yeah. Kog'Maw, very volatile AD carry. Keith might be saying, all right, we're going to do it. But 20 seconds left. We'll see if that is going to be their final pick as Echo Fox looking to bring us to a game 3 in this set. Pressure is on as Immortals. Currently, the only match loss they've had this season has been to Team Solo Mid. And Echo Fox looking to join that elite rank of teams to be able to take those wins. But Braum and Jhin.
Yeah, and Echo Fox, they have a lot of work to do because you can even see just the score lines at the top. Complete inverse of Immortals. The only team that Fox's one is set against is P1. And now P1 has passed them, and Echo Fox in last place, the only team currently there with, I believe, the next ones being up 2 games over them, 2 matches over them.
Yeah. What better place to start than Immortals?
Yeah.
TSM next? Easy peasy, just knock them all out.
I mean, that's what they would have to do if they want to climb the standings. Like, realistically, Fox needs a boost here, and they need a miracle.
Meanwhile, Immortals, they've already got theirs. Looks like Huni taking that Gnar once again, and Nidalee locked in for ReignOver, looking for a bit more of a carry performance this time around.
It's funny because whenever I see Nidalee for ReignOver, I'm like, oh yeah, he's just gonna go off and carry. But ReignOver's Nidalee is a mixture of a heavy farmer where he just rotates, he takes all your minions, all your camps, and he just counter jungles, and then he's a heal bot when they're sieging. Like their Soraka plus Nidalee composition is a comp that they were always running where it's like, oh,
heal.
You heal him, I'll heal you, Soraka, don't worry about it. And they just keep going round and round.
The health battery.
Your healer had a healer.
And then give blue buff to Nidalee for even more sustain, but
pretty much.
Echo Fox now have to deal with some very long-range harass and boomerangs, arrows, and spears. Seems like they are going to counterpick away that Malzahar for Froggen and Irelia locked in again for KFO.
Yeah, I thought the Malzahar would go in place of the Gnar, and that you'd be okay with blind picking it into Froggen, unless Pobelter knows a counter here, because otherwise you would have saved your top lane pick and then ending up putting that Gnar as your last pick or whatever you would have had in that top side, which I thought was going to happen, mostly because of the fact that they left the Jax up.
Yeah. Jack's still available, but isn't picked. That could be Karma mid lane. They could go for that health battery composition. Still capable of flexing it around, but we'll see what that final pick is going to be, as Immortals have still got 20 seconds to play around Echo Fox's composition. Lots of AoE stacking. If they can find a pick, they can stack some crowd control.
It's that.
But Taliyah, locked in for Pobelter.
Yep, Taliyah once again for Pobelter. This will be one of the games where he comes in, we interview him, and he goes, 9 games this time, not 7. More practice on this champion. We'll see how he does with it. But Taliyah is fantastic against low mobility mages, low mobility champions, like Fox's team compositions with their 2 big carries, including the Irelia.
Yeah, she's got remarkably high range as well in lane, so that could make trading with Malzahar something a little bit easier. 30 seconds left on the clock before we load onto the Rift. And Immortals, they've got pick, they've got crowd control, they've got mobility. And with the serious lead, they've got a lot of things in their favor.
Yeah, it's also kind of fun too with Taliyah, because if you are like really fast and you anticipate it, you can get rid of his shield, and when he goes to ulti you, your seismic shove has a cast time on it, so you'll be able to put it in a spot that you think he's going to use his ultimate from, and then when he uses it, you can interrupt it quite easily.
Seismic outplay should be the name of the skill, if you can actually pull that off.
Yeah, it would be quite the outplay. It does take a little bit of setup. It is a possibility, but that is in a hypothetical world, and we all know what happens there. Everything.
Hypothetical world. Schrodinger's seismic shove. Again, rock the vote on Twitter, especially now that there's a Taliyah. Tweet at LOL Esports with who you think will win the series. Hashtag FOX win or hashtag IMT win. And together, we will weave the tale of this Taliyah in the mid lane and Immortals versus Echo Fox. Is it going to be a quick 2-0 for Immortals, or will Echo Fox be able to bring us to a game 3?
I mean, they did it against TSM, the only team to take down Immortals. So Echo Fox have shown that they can have moments of brilliance, moments of playing through Froggen and seeing a lot of success, or moments where they stall the game out. It's just they haven't had enough of them to take series wins to bring them up the standings. They've won a game here or there, but they just haven't gotten it all together. And Immortals, on the other hand, they're trying to take every game as seriously as possible to make sure that they can have that tiebreaker and compete for that #1 spot, because anything less than first for Immortals is a bit of a disappointment for them.
Yeah, especially after their performance last split and their performance in the playoffs. Rather surprising. Still, Immortals showing that they can compete with the best. Echo Fox have got one heck of a task if they want to try breaking this team down. So far, defensive lines for the 2 teams might look for a lane swap for the 2, but for now they're keeping vision around that bottom lane, and it looks like WildTurtle and Adrian are staying down there along with Keith and Big, so they're going to be starting off with a camp and heading for standard lane.
Bit of an advantage there for Immortals. There's some kill pressure because of the Braum, but it doesn't mean as much as the whittle down from the superior range of Ashe and also the Karma.
Could open up for some pressure, let ReignOver run around for a gank, and even Pobelter look for something a little bit later on. So we are going to see those standard lanes in that bottom side of the map. And we saw how effective WildTurtle and Adrian were in game #1 in that duo. We'll have to see if they can have a similar performance here in game #2. As Pobelter, he already missed 2 minions. 3 minions missed.
Yeah, his own minions have been kind of messing up his CSing.
Scumbag minions. Ooh, Froggen missed that one. Oh, but he gets the other one. All right, so luckily, neither mid laner is doing too great. Ooh, threading the needle. WildTurtle's doing a lot of damage to Keith. Snare, flash, heal, exhaust. WildTurtle is stunned. Adrian gets first blood.
And this is why this lane is just so powerful. The utility, sure, but they have a lot of damage, and this support cannot be taken lightly, especially with having the access to 2 abilities early.
Very aggressive play from Immortals, and Keith is going to be coming into this lane at a huge deficit after giving up that first blood.
And that's huge for them, because an Ashe that has been turned online it's just so hard to deal with, especially with this team comp that has lots of ways to protect her, give her movement speed with the Karma, and then also the heals. So Immortals having this front line eventually with Huni was going to be a big problem with reaching WildTurtle. See if he can actually try and snowball this, but this fight is really strange. Big breaking the line, Big can't get through. He's like, okay, well, I guess I'll heal. It's like, oh, they were serious of actually fighting. And Keith flashes, doesn't go for the minions to the side because he thinks he'll just get auto attacked down from there. May have actually been the safer way to go.
Very early laning advantage for Immortals. 3 minutes in, 800 gold lead with that kill and minor CS advantage in the mid lane and now the bottom lane. But Kez looking to gank that mid lane, spotted out by an early ward.
Yeah, this is where you would go for it. Slash body slam.
Body slam. Pobelter in the front. He's still going to take a lot of damage. Oh my gosh, he pulls Kez back in. Trying to get the kill and ReignOver follows up.
Yep. Just counterplay there. You said he was spotted by the ward, so they were setting that one up. ReignOver full confidence, and Pobelter brought the heal to the lane. So able to give themselves a little bit extra movement speed and a little boost in that healing.
Yeah, now ReignOver in typical ReignOver fashion. While the jungler's dead, or even on the other side of the map, invades the jungle to deny even more. ReignOver will head up towards KFO. Huni's close to Gnar, but that's going to be a very difficult dive, and KFO's able to juke around.
Decides not to go for it, because as soon as he went through the bush, he was like, oh, this is warded, because KFO started doing the Irelia dance. He just dance with every minion, change partners, keep going through.
The Irelia Tango.
Yeah, there you go.
Ooh, dashes into that one. That's not a good dance partner. Surprisingly, the suit does not make Gnar dance better. You'd imagine with a monocle he can dance fine, but...
That would be actually kind of interesting because you'd have a different... half your vision would be like closer up. Go to like... Put your arm around their back and you're just like, poke them in the eye. Oh God.
No depth perception.
I'm talking from experience, by the way. Many an eye has been poked.
All right, 5 minutes in, Immortals are up 1,500 gold over the course of this laning phase. Advantage bottom lane, advantage mid lane, and Huni's able to make it out of this laning phase without suffering too much pressure from KFO.
And now they're just going to go to the other side of the map. And you said Huni made it out of the laning phase. Well, he's going to have to go to the lane swap phase now, 5 minutes in.
Suddenly lane swap.
Late swap. Yep.
Oh, man.
It was not intentional.
There was some face palm on head there.
That was not intentional.
Face palm,
at all.
But Echo Fox are going to try to rush it down. Huni catching what CS he can, as it's not a very big wave.
Yeah, he's going to stick around too and try to thin them out as much as possible. He may TP down to the bottom side for the turret money. We'll see, but I feel like the big reason that people dive early on is because the top laner is just so
Pobelter's level 6.
behind.
That would be so cool.
Well, they know Keith doesn't have flash.
The Weaver's Wall with the enchanted crystal arrow.
It still doesn't matter. They've moved up to the top side, and that stops them from getting the top turret when they get the bottom turret. So Immortals just outplay the play that Fox went for. And like I was saying, the reason that top laners get dove is because they're level 1 when everybody else is level 3. Huni's level 6, so he has answers.
Ooh. Loses the ability to use his ultimate, though, as he loses that Gnar.
Yeah, but shifting out of the Gnar actually gives him a hyper proc, so he moves faster as soon as he transforms.
Yeah. Still able to escape and is totally fine with that. However, Immortals will match the swap of Echo Fox and send their duo to that top side of the map. Huni going to have to catch up with KFO in the bottom. KFO completes his phage, and Huni completes what? A lot of things.
Nothing. He gets the components.
Yeah, I feel like he went into the shop and was like, I'll take one of those and one of those, and I'll take 2 of these.
How much do you have, sir? 25 cents.
Yeah. We can give you the components. ReignOver playing hide and seek in Echo Fox's jungle.
They're contesting the blue buff, though,
yeah.
And all it has to do is switch once and then it changes. And Kez doesn't have mana.
He doesn't have flash either. Oh my gosh, WildTurtle from downtown. Whoa,
Why
flash
not?
from Big. They're chasing on the Pobelter. He flashes as well. Froggen chases. Weaver is going to do some damage here. Big is going to eat a lot of it. Pobelter will be chased down, and KFO secures the kill.
He thought he'd get a reset there, but he didn't actually get a reset from jumping in. And
Whoa,
now Huni's on the
Huni
backside
teleports
with his
in.
ultimate.
He's got the slam, and it is huge. Picks up one as Keith is picked off by Immortals, and Echo Fox are on the wrong side of this. KFO gets his blue buff, but Immortals are going to chase this down.
There's quite the kerfuffle over the blue buff here.
Oh, there certainly is. ReignOver catches up to KFO. Slow from WildTurtle. KFO does not stand a chance. And Immortals taking the unofficial ace again, 8 minutes in.
So early on, they just decide to fight.
Whoa.
Kez is back, but
Yeah, maybe
he
not
used
the
his
best
flash to get
idea. He's going to take a lot of damage. Oh my god. Who's going to get it? You got to get the kill. Oh, Huni. He's looking for the boomerang and gets it. 8-1 Immortals.
and they always come back. The boomerang, and apparently the Gragas to his death. Kez, 3 deaths, 8 minutes in, and now Immortals have the mid turret down.
Oh my goodness.
Like, ReignOver is playing out of his mind, as well as WildTurtle, and Adrian, give him some credit.
Yeah.
Because he got that first blood, large part of that, and oop, hey!
Huni finds Big. The Weaver's wall comes down, and Pobelter joins into the fight. Keith and Big are on the wrong side of this, but so is ReignOver. A lot of damage gets tossed onto ReignOver heal, but they manage to kill off Big and then kite around the wall as Echo Fox cannot make up their mind. Keith is the target for Huni. He does get Mega Impact and continues to chase it out. KFO will dash onto ReignOver, trying to chase him. Oh, gets knocked away. Seismic shove him away from that carry.
Did that even have a reticle that looked like it would? I couldn't see it. It was like right on the turret or something, or the bottom corner. Oh, wow. Ends up picking him up, and Immortals, I mean, that fight never really stopped.
Yeah.
Huni runs to the bottom side from the, oh my god, where are we?
We're going back to the beginning.
We're like 3 minutes back.
Yeah.
We've got to go back further.
Calm down, Doc Brown.
And now, Pobelter. I feel like KFO thinks he's going to kill him here. Flashes in. Does he hit the blue? I'm not sure what he hits there, because it didn't look like he actually did damage to Pobelter there. But he didn't get the reset. Huni with the shove to the right side to make them flash over the wall. Even though he doesn't stun everybody, he still pushes them away from their exit route. And Adrian gets a heal from ReignOver. Doesn't go down from the Maelstrom Visions. And KFO sure takes the blue buff on the way out, but they really wanted this.
Yeah, continuing to chase it out. Immortals showing that teamwork off in very convincing fashion.
Now
Just
fast forward to the
chasing
next
it
one.
down. Yeah, I know.
Let's go!
Kez. All right, we don't get to see Kez go down, but it's 4-0-2 on the AD carry. Huni's left all alone in the bottom. Suppressed, gets the slam into the wall. Oh my god, Froggen's taking aggro. He's trying to get the kills, but Froggen will escape with his life.
Here comes an Ashe arrow from downtown. Froggen!
Oh boy. And
Tier 2 though.
Echo Fox trading a lot for that 1 kill. 2 turrets.
Oh man.
And Immortals showing, hey, we can play through a lot of these carries.
They left the Gragas to kill the turret. It's quite slow. He'll get it eventually, but his wave clear, he may not have enough to actually take this turret before the next wave shows up.
Oh no, and Immortals are also going to be taking down this Rift Herald. Huni's not going to get it this time. ReignOver says, I am the carry now.
Yep, and it doesn't look like Kez is going to be able to get the turret in time. He doesn't know how far away Gnar is, but the turret is so low, it's close to going down. And that's going to be ReignOver's because, hey, Huni on the top side. Oh man, so 0 turrets for Echo Fox.
Goodness.
And they went for the swap, whereas Immortals got mid turret, they got both the top ones, and then they made it the best of the swap and even got that bottom tier 1, and then pushed it all the way to the tier 2.
Immortals are 9,000 gold ahead. 12 minutes in, securing turret after turret. 4 turrets to 0. Now they're going to be taking the Cloud Drake. They just got the Rift Herald. Immortals are running this game over Echo Fox right now.
You know when we do those gold at 15? Gold
Oh my
advantage
god.
at 15?
This is going to skew all the numbers.
For Immortals.
Echo Fox will finally be able to take that top tier 1, but Immortals are already on the opposite side of the map, showing off that macro play, saying, all right, you want 1 turret? will trade you everything for it. This is like a poker game gone bad as Immortals continue to race forward. They take the tier 2. That recall is 8 seconds and Immortals aren't done pushing.
Nope, they're gonna keep going.
They're looking for a 13-minute inhibitor turret. And they're going to
he's gonna
get
TP
it.
to the top side in just a second here, Huni. I feel like he's just gonna try to defend this, and there he goes.
Oh, wow, even KFO getting chased away. He's a level ahead. Looking for that Frozen Mallet once again, and Echo Fox. Oh, they chase forward, flash slow onto ReignOver.
ReignOver's
They're gonna knock him up, and that's ReignOver separated from the team, shut down by Echo Fox.
Yeah, that's so actually just bad to do when you use the cask when your Malzahar is using his ultimate, his Nether Grasp, because you're bumping him out of the old W.
Yeah.
The percent HP pool. He still gets ReignOver, but
Whoa!
speaking of getting
Surprise!
Oh, Key getting taken down.
Yeah.
10K.
Oh, but Echo Fox are
13.5
chasing
minutes.
down. Immortals, 4 summoner spells. They're gonna try to look for the outplay here. WildTurtle, he's recalling. Oh, big! Oh, doesn't see him. Adrian tries to go for the old-fashioned way out and will drop. 4 kills for Echo Fox as they're able to pick up a few, but it's now a 9,500 gold lead for Immortals. And again, they're pressuring those side lanes.
And now Pobelter just shoving up the mid lane too, and you said they're pressuring the side lanes. Yeah, they're gonna try to counter here. Look at that bottom side. 2-on-2, chase down. Here comes Pobelter roaming. Reaver's Wall is ready. He's gonna try to get KFO.
Oh boy.
And Kez, we're gonna see here. Here he comes.
There goes
Riding
the wall.
in.
There's actually a way out, but they managed to get the kill on KFO and Pobelter.
That is
solo kill.
Perfect combo there from Taliyah. Pobelter on top of his game.
Immortals. I think Immortals are on top of this game.
You think?
15 minutes in, they are running away with this.
They are wrecking them. Right here, it's just the rotation. 100% comes through. EW, that is very fast. That is super hard to pull off in the current state of Taliyah.
Immortals continue to chase down mid lane, however, grouped as 5. They're going to start trying to get some damage, and whoa, a huge fight breaks out. Big hops forward, and Immortals are diving. Double kill for Pobelter as Huni dives forward, looking for even more. He's still alive, but he finally goes down to Echo Fox. 4 kills for 1.
Echo Fox have 20 seconds on KFO. They have 10-second timers here. There's an open inhibitor bot lane, and they still don't want it because they want the structures, they want the extra gold, and then they're going to get the inhibitor afterwards. But no, they don't have time. They're going to walk out.
It's 15 minutes in.
The enemies don't have home guard, so
Oh my gosh.
they want to clean up the jungle on the way out, reset, come back in, get both turrets off of a fight instead of being greedy for it. Shoves both Keith and Kez in over his unraveled earth. Pobelter.
Oh my gosh. If he can do that with 9 games on a champion, that just shows the skill that this guy is playing at. 16 minutes into the game, Immortals are 13,500 gold ahead. Running away with this. Kills on kills on kills, and Echo Fox, 2 inhibitors down, forced to defend inside of their base before even getting that home guard. I guess they do have one little bit of solace. That next Drake is another Cloud Drake. So they've got that.
I guess so.
KFO giving us an old dance. Just hanging out in that bottom lane.
Oh my god, it's 13,000 gold
is
ahead at 16.5 minutes.
Monstrous.
So Immortals beat Tip last split in 18 minutes and 20 seconds, and they set the record for fastest game in the North American LCS. Are they going to beat their time in this game? They have a minute and 20 seconds to do it.
They have 80 seconds to rush it down. The first inhibitor is being pushed as Huni is scorched from the other side. Middle inhibitor goes down while Big is dead, and ReignOver doesn't even care.
I feel like Immortals, you know, in Mario Kart, when you set a record, you see your ghost. I feel like they're chasing their ghost right now.
Yeah.
It's like, we got 1 minute, let's
Huni.
go.
Froggen tries to go for the solo kill, dodging some of these bullets. KFO catches up, and that's going to be the kill. However, the inhibitor is down. It's 4 versus 5, and Immortals without Huni.
I still feel like they're very confident because they have so much in terms of combat stats. They're going to move to the top side. What
Yeah, 50 seconds left.
all those struggling Void Poros. Ah, this is a little disturbing there for a second. Still,
they're clearing out wave after wave. Only about 30 seconds left to end the game. I don't know that they can do it quite yet, but
no,
such a close.
But that just speaks to how dominant that game was from them, and that they haven't gotten any worse for wear since then.
Oh.
Weaver's Wall comes out just to block off Kez. TP comes through.
They're trying to clear it out big, eating some huge damage. Snare is going to find ReignOver, but that's the turret going down. Immortals have been separated, but this is a huge gold lead as they chase forward. They're able to get one kill, but Pobelter catches up with another, trades it down, double kill for Keith before he will finally drop. They're not able to break the record, but they are darn close as Immortals are pushing onto the Nexus 18.5 minutes in.
Yeah, and look at those death timers. 10 seconds. They're going to go straight for the Nexus turrets. They're going to try to go to the win here and set a second fastest game of the North American LCS.
Goodness. There goes another knockup, but Spell Shield blocks it. Doesn't matter, though. Immortals.
They're trying to hit the Nexus. They need a couple more hits.
Pobelter's trying to keep it up.
Biggest blocking. Biggest blocking.
Oh my God, it's still alive.
Big puts up the Unbreakable and stops the Nexus from going down. 200 HP on it after it's recovered a whole boatload. And they can't do it. Sub 20 minutes, it's not gonna happen. Echo Fox say no, not like this.
Not like this. Keith forced to use the curtain call to start clearing out minions. Double super minions pre-20 minutes. Here's that save again.
Yeah, it looks like he's going for Froggen just to get... yeah, Pobelter's not autoing. It's his fault. It's all Pobelter's fault. He's the one. But how many times has Echo Fox defended a Nexus and then they've come back from it? It's happened before. Big is like, I put up the shield. I did it. Why is this happening? Pre-20 minutes.
Is this real life?
Or is this just fantasy, man? I don't know.
Echo Fox are caught in a landslide.
Yeah, man. But they really want to escape from this reality.
Oh,
but open your eyes, man. The game's still going on.
All right, that's the end of that. Immortals are chasing forward.
Mama.
Immortals are killing this, man.
They are. They are absolutely dominating Fox right now. They're looking to go for the jugular. All you have to do is start a fight. I mean, Pobelter could probably just Weaver's Wall past everybody. If they don't hit him, he could just end the game.
Oh my God, he could
They're
race
looking
in.
for ways to end it, and they want to go through Fox.
On to KO Fox. They're looking for the kills. There is not a chance as KFO is going to go down. The cleanup from Immortals. There's the kill and the 2-0 victory.
20 minutes, an entire series in less than an hour of game time. And Immortals say, we are not joking around. We want to fight TSM. 2-0s.
Oh man, chasing that first place spot. Immortals coming out swinging in this game with an absolutely commanding performance in Echo Fox. You can see they've still got some smiles after those handshakes.
Absolutely insane. Immortals almost end it at 18 minutes and 30 seconds. Nexus defense there from Big. Braum able to keep it up for a minute and for 2 minutes longer. Ends at 20 minutes and 47 seconds.
Absolutely commanding performance. KFO giving us a smile over the course of that game. He had a little bit of dance time as well, splitting on those side lanes.
I mean, when you end up being defeated like that, stay in high spirits, especially against a team that is competing for the #1 spot against TSM. Remember, it's pretty much only one team fight divided them in terms of actually who won that series. And I feel as though Fox are just saying, okay, guys, that kind of sucked, but, you know, we have to be able to shake it off. I feel like it's not going to weigh on them at all.
Yeah.
It is a very fast win for Immortals, but I guess Echo Fox get to say, hey, we get to go home. Let's go. let's go meet our fans.
Yeah. And it is so important to keep up morale. We talk about it all the time. Morale wins, getting those morale boosts. It really does weigh on you.
Yeah, you always have to look at the bright side of things because there's going to be times where this happens, right? Failure is a part of process. It's an inevitability. You're going to lose in scrims. You're going to lose on stage sometimes. And that's what's going to help you improve is when you look at those and say, okay, this was really good about that. Even though they crushed us, what little bit of good can we take? I liked how we did this. I liked how when we were behind, we communicated more. Things like that, which keeps morale up. It helps reinforce that behavior. It helps them realize that they do have the capacity to actually take fights from behind sometimes. And this was just a game with like a 17,000 gold lead at 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Is absolutely bonkers.
It just kept getting faster and faster. I mean, Immortals, they opened up with that smaller advantage, and then they sped it up. And then they sped it up even more. And then they sped it up even more and kicked it into 6th gear and just kept on revving.
And they were going downhill too at that point.
I know.
But in an uphill way, I don't know. It was like downhill for them because they kept gaining momentum.
Down the uphill.
Down the uphill. I walked to school.
Through the snow.
Uphill, both ways. Did your dad do that too? That's awesome.
I know. Amazing. Our dad's very similar.
Brother? No, okay, sorry. Still, Immortals are showing that they mean business here and that they are not going to just mess around and goof off. They're going to play their strongest things. They're going to play very fast against the bottom teams, and they're just going to look forward, try to get that tiebreaker versus TSM, and try to make a run for that #1 spot. And I would say run for it, but right now, it's kind of a jog distance away for them.
Yeah, so very close. But now for the pros' perspective, we're going to send it over to Riv, who's standing by on stage with